Brad Pitt, Ellen DeGeneres, Al Gore, Steve-O. These celebrities are very different, but they have at least one thing in common: veganism. They all consume a vegan diet, which is a diet free of all products from animals. Animal products include meat, dairy, and eggs. I've been a vegetarian for about a year, but most of my diet now is vegan. Therefore, I definitely have experience with veganism. There's somewhat of a lack of information about veganism, but I want it to be known that veganism does have benefits. I'm going to discuss veganism's positive effects on human health, animals, and the environment. First, I'll talk about how human health is affected by veganism. A vegan diet can be nutritionally healthy when the appropriate nutrients are included. A vegan diet has the potential to lower the risk of some chronic health issues. According to Dr. T. Colin Campbell, Professor Emeritus at Cornell University, a vegan diet can lower blood pressure levels and decrease the risk of heart disease and cancer. Kathy McManus, Director of the Department of Nutrition at Brigham and Women's Health Hospital, says in the Harvard Women's Health Watch that a vegan diet can lower body mass index and promote a longer life. So just like with non-vegan diets, vegan diets must include the proper nutrients to be considered healthy. McManus says that calcium is in animal products, but calcium is also found in broccoli, beans, and almonds. Animal products do contain protein, she says, but vegan proteins include oatmeal, quinoa, beans, and nuts. And she also says the vegan diet lacks vitamin B12 naturally, but supplements and fortified cereals, orange juice, and soy milk are available. So, as you can see, the vegan diet can be nutritionally healthy, and I'll show why it's good for animals as well. Vegan diet has a lot of positive effects on animals because animals are not being used for food and clothing within veganism. Animals that are used for food face a lot of cruel treatment. Marissa Wolfson, director of the film Educated, says that cows that are used for beef face branding, castration, and dehorning, all without any anesthesia. And she says dairy cows have their calves taken from them within 48 hours of birth, and they are later subjected to artificial insemination. Wilson says pigs have injuries, infections, and neglect, all without any veterinary care. And she also says that birds have their combs cut off, part of their toes cut off, and part of their beaks cut off. Animals used for clothing are also treated poorly. The director of the film Earthlings, Sean Monson, says that cows used for leather endure roping, transportation hardships, and having chili pepper put in their eyes. And Monson says that animals used for fur, such as foxes, deal with cage madness and later being skinned alive. So undoubtedly, veganism can help prevent these practices from happening, and now I'll show why veganism is good for the environment as well. Veganism is much better for the environment than non-vegan diets. Animal production requires a large amount of water, and this is very detrimental to the environment. So Baroni and others explain in their article, it's a very long title, I forgot it, but they said that animal production requires a lot of water, and this is very detrimental to the environment. And they further state that vegan diets based on organic food has the smallest environmental impacts compared to vegetarian and omnivorous diet. And this is illustrated in this graph. It's kind of hard to see, but here is the vegan diet with organic food, and here is the omnivorous diet with conventional farming. Peter Singer and Jim Mason wrote in their book, The Ethics of What We Eat, Why Our Food Choices Matter, that aquifers are being depleted faster than they can be replenished because of the animal production process and the water that goes along with that. Land degradation is also a big problem with the environment because of non-vegan diets. Overgrazing is a big problem that leads to land degradation because of animals. Peter Singer and Jim Mason say in their book that because of this overgrazing from the animals, that the land is being degraded faster than it needs to be, and this wouldn't happen in vegan diets. Baroni and others say in their article that deforestation is a big problem that leads to land degradation as well. So large amounts of forests are cut down to make room for animals to graze, but this isn't necessary in vegan diets. So the environment could be saved from a lot of trouble if vegan diets were more popular. So to conclude, veganism is favorable for human health, animals, and the environment. Regardless of whether you want to make more vegan choices, it's useful to have more information about veganism. It's time for the fallacies about veganism to be abandoned and in its place, accurate awareness.